Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I'm back. Boom.
Lock the door.
Tonight, emotional suicide. You know it's an eye for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. No, but the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under, swimming in the pain. Yeah, I was covered in a tidal wave, But I'm a fighter. Try to take me down, I'm going higher. Baby, you've been playing with some fire. You've been playing with fire. One day you'll see what you made of me. Found my enemies. You are to release in the dead of night.
Storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the I'm coming for the throne. For the throne. Show you wanna be
Get you on my mind.
sight. Have me by your side when the sun sets. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me up.
Tell them what your name is. Amplify for the speed house light. One light like this. Let's live it up.
Setting fire to it all. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think that we can stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn down. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling.
Won't you make up your mind? 'Cause I'm getting tired of overthinking every move you make. And I can help you decide who you're loving now, and how I'm not quite there somehow. My intuition says to give you up, but my heart can't easily let you go. I try to tell myself this isn't love, but I hate that I never really know if I should stay or be alone. target. Love, love. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Yeah. Shawty loves it, yeah. Loves that I'm a goat. They don't want it, yeah. They scared of what I know. Told you the budget, yeah. I gotta get my own. Shout out my bros, this right here deserves a toast, yeah. A lot of people back home on my back and they know. Trying to get on my line, cause the people I know. Manifest this year, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows. Manifest this year, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows. Yeah. Shawty loves it, yeah. Loves that I'm a goat. Yeah. Yeah.
Flying in memory, tracking you down, 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 down. Flying in memory, tracking you
back to the sound.
if you're prepared to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I'm down and on my knees and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.
I'm going to change to this house thing, and I'm going to move to LA, and I'm going to become a duo. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's really cool, man. Like, that sounds all right. You know, that sounds kind of cool. Not kind of thinking much of it. And the kid went and did it.
Intro sound. That is beautiful. So good. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Full Circle. Dan just wanted to play a little bit of intro music.
Well, I'm playing it. It's still playing.
It's great. No, keep it in the background. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for the support on the last, I believe, 6 episodes. I'm going to say it's episode 7, I think it is.
Yeah.
Joined by Daniel and Charlotte behind the camera.
Hello.
Yeah, we're feeling good. We're back again for another discussion.
It's annoying me now.
That's fine, get it off. Dan's got his new drip on. He's got some new jeans, a new hoodie that he's been very excited about. Mm-hmm. So everyone can rate Dan's outfit out of 10 in the comments below.
Thank you.
Anything above a 5 is a lie. Joking. Excuse me. Today, I'm going to go middle of the road, straight chat about music, about what we've had come out, about what is to come out as of recording time. Our usual listening to upcoming releases, which is super cool. I want to also discuss about some musical stories that you got about some releases in the past, which I think will be cool.
Yeah.
And you guys hopefully will enjoy that. You had a trip to Poland.
I did have a trip
Billy
to
that we're going
Poland.
to mention. Billy's birthday.
Oh, it's Billy's birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday, Billy.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, woo! And then we'll do our hypothetical bits at the end.
Sound.
So let's not take our foot off the gas. Let's get straight into it. All right, so last week's tracks that came out roughly about a week ago, as of recording, was Let Me Go, which is Almost Weekend and Max Vermeulen, featuring Jimmy Rivler. Is that how you said it?
Yeah.
So let's give a bit of a listen to that, and then we can react back. This is the one you were playing just.
That was. It
started?
was literally
Oh,
the
okay.
intro song. So, yeah. Yeah. So Almost Weekend, Max Vermeulen, Jimmy Rivler.
I really like the vocal.
Yeah.
It's very cool. That drop's sick.
Yeah.
I love like the I don't know what the effect is. I don't know if it's like sidechain or whatever it is, but how it when it like is up and down, it's like vroom, vroom,
Yeah. I don't
like
even
a bounce.
know. Yeah,
It's
I
very
like it.
cool. That's super cool.
We were saying it's really hard to sort of like genre this one. Like it's that sort of like pop electronic like crossover stuff.
which just for listeners and viewers' sake, this is the third time trying to record this. So we've actually we spoke about this track already before, and this is our third time going over it. But yeah, when we spoke before and we tried to record, we were saying that it's if this was in the charts, it would be a pop song, but then as it's separately, it's also in like an electronic tune.
Yeah.
You were calling it was it slap bass?
No, I think it's future bass.
Future bass.
I think it's future bass, which apparently, according to Wikipedia, is like between trap and dubstep. It's like a mix of trap and dubstep, but way less heavy.
Wikipedia is
Always
you
correct.
can always trust Wikipedia because anyone can put anything on there.
Yeah.
From The Office. Little quote for you there. Yeah, it's a super cool tune. Other ones that we had out, we had Dong Kong Binary, which was I really
Hanny.
enjoyed that. Yeah, featuring Hanny.
Big
Super cool. I actually interviewed one of the members of Dong Kong and Hanny like a few days ago, and that was a super cool chat. That'll be coming out on Arcade in a few weeks, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It's really cool. We just discussed like general production tips and also something that I think was really key with this release of like setting the tone of like branding for a song coming out. And we tried to do this when we had in our carousel, if you guys have seen on the Instagram, for when we did the release post, of like the definition of binary.
Yeah, that was cool.
What was the other thing with that one?
Lyrics, and then we put it in binary.
Yeah, we translated the lyrics into binary, which was super cool, which is hilarious because it's just zeros and ones, metaverse. And they were mentioning a lot about how it's outside of just branding, your sound as well is like, don't try and put yourself into a bracket, but as soon as you've got that sound or that style of what you're doing, run with it. It's a really cool song.
Very cool.
The drop is
super unique.
This drop is just mad.
What was it you called it?
I said I think we listened to it before, and I said it was a juxtaposition.
Juxtaposition.
Juxtaposes, because it's really sort of soft, like with the vocals like this, and then the drop is just.
Yeah, you're like,
mad.
oh, this is a really nice chill song.
Yeah.
Put it on in the background, relax.
I like that like he's like offbeat. It's
Yeah.
just like you're trying to swing to it. It's very swung. Like that, that literally comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. I think it feels like it's in a different key as well. Not
I
key,
don't
but
know.
like a different note.
It's
the
sonically
build.
very different to the build. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johannes, who I spoke to, who actually did the sort of vocal breakdown video that's out now on Arcade as well, he was saying that in terms of what they do for the Dong Kong project, this sound is so different to what they'd usually put out.
Right.
And I think they were like finding the home on NCS was super cool for it. He was mentioning like being fans of the lab for a long time, which is cool. But yeah, having, I guess as an artist, when you find that lane and that's what you're known for, it's really cool to be able to push your boundaries outside of that. Dong Kong smashed it on
How
that.
perfect was the visualizer colour for that?
What
'Cause
colour was it?
Dark blue.
Oh,
yeah,
It worked perfect.
Yeah.
That's so good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just good when those kind of things align.
Yeah, because their colour is dark blue, isn't it?
Their branding,
all of theirs is dark blue.
Yeah, I remember when they sent through those press shots, which, fun fact about the press shot that we used for the release post for that was Hanny's wearing a super cool jacket in it. It has like big sleeves. It's like very, very cool, like modern design. And when I was speaking to them, she told me that that was actually designed by one of her friends.
Oh, really?
Who's a fashion
cool.
designer, and they just last minute were like, here we go, we've got this. And that shoot's super cool. The photo's really cool.
It's not often that we get like a picture of all of the artists that are
That's
on
true.
one song together.
Do you know what? That is a really good point. I
Yeah.
don't think since I've been here, there's been...
They definitely
Unless
would
it's
have
a-
done, like Clark's and Guy Arthur is
Ah,
one
yeah,
I mean,
that
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 was
was
ages,
one,
ages ago, yeah.
But obviously lots of the artists don't live in
They
the same
don't live in the
country
same
or anything
place.
like that.
Yeah. That is very true.
Very
yeah.
interesting.
We also had Go Out, which was super cool because just the amount of different things that we had going on for this release was Levitate by the Neoni
Great
Girls.
track.
We've been doing a whole load of stuff for that. There's currently a fan art competition going on. Some of you guys have sent in stuff already that Charlotte's been amazed by. It's super cool.
Yeah.
The art's really cool. Keep sending that in. The deadline is the 28th for that. If you fancy yourself as a designer, or even if you just want to get involved, you've got a chance to win an NCS hoodie, which is super cool. Have your art reposted by ourselves and Neoni as well. Just tag us on Instagram, put it up on your stories or on your feed. And if you don't use Instagram, Discord, get in there. There's a design and fan art channel. Don't spam me, but just put it in there and let me know that you've done that. You can find that on our Discord. We'll put the link in the bio to that. But there's been some super cool entries so far, and this track in general is really, really awesome.
I just love the intro.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's instantly like whoa, like what is this?
I don't know what the counter melody is behind her vocal there, but it's so cool.
Is it like a
it's like
string
a guitar.
instrument?
Yeah, whatever it is, it's very cool.
Because you did a live with them, right?
We did an IG live, yeah. Spoke to Neoni about this track, as well as Royalty as well. We touched on that a little bit. But yeah, I think the main theme that runs through a lot of Neoni tunes, which they were discussing, is this like the empowerment, the fight back, the ignore the haters and doubters.
Yeah.
And Levitate couldn't be more on that point. Like it's just levitate above like anyone that's trying to bring you down. It's super cool. That IG live was great. I think I said to you, collectively we hit like 5k viewers on that, which is
mad.
insane. I don't think I told you that.
No.
5k on an Instagram live. And don't get me wrong, like Neoni's presence on Instagram is super cool as well.
Yeah.
Having both of us on there is obviously going to reach more eyes and ears. But it was super cool. We chatted for like, it's probably like 35-40 minutes.
It was a good
mean,
chat.
you were in it,
I
weren't
loved
you?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. They were discussing.
They've got such an interesting dynamic as well. Like the way that they like speak like to each other, and like it's just so like they'll be talking about something and then it's like straight onto the next thing. It's like super high energy, like really like.
Well, you used to know, and I know from having a brother and sister, it is that like it's just that sibling dynamic.
You
like,
know, they almost know what they're gonna say, so they're like replying to it, or it's like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
bam, bam.
there's a lot of like, it's not even finishing sentences. It will be like, yeah, this is how we write, and they'll be like, yeah, and when she writes, she does that. It's really
it's
on
really
top.
cool.
But it's super cool. I love their dynamic, and I think what works really well with the two of them is, and we got this from the IG live, is how different they are when it comes to approaching their writing process. So, it's what's the names? Caitlin
And Sydney.
Sydney, that's it. Apologies. So they were saying that on one side, like Sydney will be super like wanting to the first idea, run with that, and then Caitlin's a bit more reserved when like, oh, let's go back and rewrite. I might be getting them mixed up with who is that, but I think that process works really well when you're writing a track because you approach it from two different angles. Like when you've got those free-flowing ideas of like this can really work, and then you have somebody to be like, well, would it be better if we did this? And like then it comes out with something like Levitate that is just perfect. What else did we do for that? Oh yeah, we also had which isn't out yet, and again will be going out on Arcade, is a lyric breakdown for that track.
Oh, nice.
Which is super cool. There's been a whole load of stuff for that, and then we also did which is probably one of my favorite things that I've done since I've been here, the newspaper thing that we put out on socials. We're trying to, if you haven't followed us on our Instagram, at No Copyright Sounds, go and check us out. We're trying to get like a bit more just different content going out when we're putting out releases, just in the carousel. Rather than, not to say that posting a photo of anyone isn't an amazing thing, but just to vary it up a bit, I think. And for that, we came up with the idea, me and Charlotte, of having it like, as if the Neoni were seen levitating. And so there's reports in it. I think I did a bit that was like near the levitating duo was a blurry circular shape moving, like the visualizer. It's just like, I don't know, it's just cool to have something different. Also, if you ever see content like that, there'll probably be like a QR code on it. Scan it, it's going to take you to the track.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little secret.
I wonder how I'm going to scan a QR code that's on
your phone. Well, there's the new thing now. There's the new text thing.
I
If
saw
you screenshot,
Yeah.
But I don't know if it recognises QRs or whatever. Get a friend. Tell your mum and dad. Get them to scan it. And then the other track, which came out, was Lachlan, The Garden.
The Garden.
Yeah.
Love this track.
Yeah, you really like this one, hey?
It's just, it's another one of those juxtapose or whatever you called it.
Uh-huh.
Super like eerie, cool, build and verse.
Yeah, that's very eerie.
I love the artwork as well. It's really nice.
Is it like a chair?
They're not
or
gonna be able to see
something?
this, but yeah, this is, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me fast forward a bit.
I always think like producers are so creative and like the writers to be able
Yeah.
to take it from that to this.
Yeah. Well, this is like a half drop.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you guys saw Charlotte in the corner.
Yeah, you can definitely see you in that. What are you doing?
Yeah, you did.
There
Well,
you
that's
go.
the first
So-
time you've seen
Charlotte
Charlotte.
reveal. I don't know what
There
they
was
saw of
literally
you
just
then.
a
It'd probably be
cream
your
bit of my
shoulder.
shoulder.
Nice one.
That's
Nice.
hilarious.
That's me.
I'm gonna run that back.
Yeah,
Missed
run it
the
back,
drop.
run it back.
It's like a It doesn't drop. It's
Oh,
getting
it's counter drop.
counter drop. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what 4 bars more than you'd expect.
Yeah.
More than that actually.
And this bit now, like the sound.
I feel like there could be a really good drum and bass remix of this.
Oh yeah.
Really feels
That's
like
not a bad shout.
It's
you know.
almost there, right?
Yeah, that's
Look
cool.
at
idea.
me. Musical
A&R.
ear, baby. A&R.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song's really, really cool.
Yeah.
You guys just saw Charlotte's shoulder, which is great.
No.
Yeah,
Probably,
this
maybe her face as well.
Maybe her
We'll have to
face.
like
I
blur
hope.
it.
I hope not.
is, yeah, again, because we said earlier about the recording, she was just double checking that. But yeah, no, that song's really, really cool. I think again with that one, that was in this process of us trying to get a bit more going on when it comes to the tracks that are coming out.
Mm.
The Garden, I made like a seed packet.
Mm.
Which I mean I think is quite cool. I don't know how globally consumable that is. Like I don't know if anyone put in the comments if you guys have this. This is a terrible thing to be asking you guys. Do you have seed packets where you're watching from? There's like this style of old. Do you know what I'm on about?
Yeah, you could buy like
old-
seeds.
But there's a
and-
certain like aesthetic to how they look,
Mhm.
which was what I tried to do when we put out the Garden. And then it was like the different things in it was the minutes and seconds of the track and Lachlan himself and like the number of vocals in it. But yeah, that song's really cool. I think for me, especially in the recent releases, that juxtaposition has been a very common theme of like maybe it's the soft vocal and the super hard hitting production. I don't know any producers out there or upcoming producers. You guys know if anyone knows the technical way that somebody does that, whether it's just picking the right vocal or how you take something from being so sort of minimalistic and soft to a heavy drop like
I
that.
always struggle with like producer terminology, and like I used to try to produce music like probably 10 years ago or something, ages ago.
Yeah.
And like, but I really struggle with is where someone will send me a track, or I'll be really into a track, and I'm like, oh, I really like that bit where it goes like, you know, like it like. I just like don't know how to explain it at all. Whereas
I love the musicy bit.
yeah, like can you
The
just
drop
make
sick.
it? Can you make it more like New Music Friday?
Oh God, oh that is the worst. Yeah, it's. I mean, I live with 3 music producers,
Yeah.
and so you pick up terms and sort of start to understand things. But there is, I've said this so much, and if any of them listen to this episode, they'll crease at the fact that I'm saying this. There's this thing about if a lion in the middle of like the African savannah could speak your language, you wouldn't understand what it was saying because its points of reference would be so far off. So it would be saying things that you just wouldn't get, even if it could speak
True.
English, right?
Right.
And it happens like the lads will talk about music, and there is some actually quite a lot of occasions where I have to be like,
It's
I
alien.
actually don't know what you're saying. I genuinely, you
Speaking
said a sentence,
another language.
nothing has gone in my head. Like all I've heard is the word loud.
Yeah.
Like, but in terms of music, loudness isn't like me shouting as loud as I can. It's like the technical term of loudness. Oh God, it's a lot. We've had some cool things going out on socials that I'm going to brag about because me and Charlotte are trying to figure out a new little flow to get some cool content going out. Please like our content, please. We did the top trumps,
Yeah, I love that.
which I really enjoyed. I'm going to quickly get up the post because there was some mad stats on it. Basically, we got a few of our tunes, like for example, Why We Lose Cartoon, and we went through on like the views, the BPM, the length, the lyrics, and the UGC uses. And then you have your top trumps card, and we actually played it on the tube home. Remember, Charlotte?
Mm.
Yeah, we did.
I
Like
think I won, right?
You did win, yeah.
Yeah.
But listen to how mad this is. So there are, for cartoon, Why We Lose. Guess how many UGC uses there
Is
are?
this Why We Lose or On and On?
Why
No,
we
why
lose?
we lose.
Why we lose? Guess how many? Just have a ballpark of how many uses UGC, which is for anyone that doesn't know, user generated content. So,
So,
like stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
etc.
videos that have the song in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I know the numbers, so I might be closer.
Go on.
Like, is it 1 million?
1.1 million.
That was a great
users.
guess.
Really good guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. That's insane.
That's
That is
bonkers.
mad. I'll give you another one to try and guess with as well. Retrovision's Puzzle.
Ooh. I don't know whether it's as high. 800,000.
1.3 mil.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've got a good game really quick. On Why We Lose, you probably know the most about that track, right? I would say out of the ones in the top drum.
No,
Right.
no.
He knows them all. I'm going to quickly run through it. Right. We'll do this super quick. How many views Why We Lose has got on its upload?
On the YouTube upload.
Yeah. See how close you can get.
65 million.
I think
Come
that's
on.
high.
Is it?
Is it? I thought it was 35 million.
Close.
I suppose it's drum and bass, so it's not completely worldwide.
What did you guess, Dan?
65.
And Charlotte, what did you guess?
35.
It is 185.
Oh, why did
Come
I think
on.
it was
What?
so
Come
small?
on. What are you saying? I was thinking you were like just
I got these stats.
yeah, you collected the stat.
I just thought, I thought the difference between On and Why We Lose was, enormous. I
I-
suppose it kind
Well,
of...
it is.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, it's still insane.
What do you think on and on's on?
On's like 400 mil, right?
Yeah.
Something like
440,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'll see if you can guess this. This is just. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna guess. What do you think the BPM of Why We Lose is?
Oh, what's the song go like? I'm gonna say 176.
175.
Ooh.
That's good guessing. And then, how many lyrics do you think are in it? This is a really tough one. So that I've taken all the lyrics, copied and pasted
words?
into word. Yeah, each word. Yeah,
But what if the words repeat?
Yeah.
Oh, so
every word that's there.
142.
125. Good guessing. And then finally, the length of the track.
2 minutes 58.
317.
Mm.
That was really good on the BPM though. You were literally one.
I think
beat
drum and bass
off.
is always between
Yeah, that's
175
true,
and
that's true.
180 ish.
But yeah, that was super cool. And the UGC numbers are just insane, especially for
Bonkers.
Puzzle. That's mad. It's crazy. Shall we listen to some upcoming releases?
We shall.
Let's do this. Yeah. So
Let me get them
for
up.
anyone that's new to listening / watching, or for anyone that's already been riding with us on this full circle journey, every episode we just go through some upcoming releases that we haven't put out yet. Dan will do some kind of terrible rhyme with the artist name.
Yeah.
Like for example, if it would be Sinkhole, he would go Mimmole, and it would just be rubbish. And you
I
guys
just
would be
don't know
able
what to
guess.
say instead.
Well, you can just say this is an upcoming release we've got
Yeah.
coming.
No, but I want them to guess it.
Okay.
Yeah, but why don't we just make them guess by the audio?
Yeah.
So they just have to guess.
That's boring.
What?
If
Rather than
Paul-
you doing a terrible
Boring.
rhyme.
For repeating artists, I think that's good.
Well, okay, so this guy. I'll start playing it.
Yeah, just play the song.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that drop.
This is very different for that artist, right?
Yeah, very different. See, almost like double time here.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Cool track.
I
don't
haven't
know who that is.
actually listened to that,
Really?
and there's no way I would think it's him.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, okay. So yeah, comments below who you think that might be.
I reckon they might guess this next one
Okay.
just from the drop.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
Very groovy.
But the song that they last did was very similar.
Yeah, similar
really
vibe.
cool. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
for sure. And then there's this one that I'm really excited for, which is called "There's Nobody Else" by Chris Later and Danny Yeager, or Danny Yeager, maybe Danny Yeager. This was on the Navarro mix.
Oh yeah, the end of year.
And I saw so many comments like, "Oh, when's this coming out? Like, what track is that?"
That's one of the coolest things about this community.
Yeah.
Like, doing an ID like that. Oh, nice. Yeah. I love the melody there.
Yeah. It's like that sort of classic future housey.
It does feel very classic to me. Yeah. It's yeah. There's definitely a certain sound, and every so often we have a track or a few come out that it's not even an emulation. It's just what this track is, and it takes you to that moment of like, oh, this is what before I joined this company I was thinking like, oh, this is an NCS tune. Yeah, that's super cool. I think every time we go through the ones that are coming out, and I don't know if this is a conscious effort from you or like anyone on the A&R side when you're going through, like the sound, and I know it's because we cover such a wide range of electronic music, but they're so different. All
three of those tracks are completely different.
So different.
Well, like, I'll play you one more.
Okay.
Just so like this
it's
is
a bonus. Bonus.
Oh, I don't know actually which one to do. I'm gonna do this one.
So Charlotte rolls
I
her
won't
eyes if
mention
she's played
who it
one
is.
too far in the future.
No, I'm not gonna play that one.
What?
Oh.
Well, they get 5
I'm
now.
gonna play this one, which we've played this one before. It's Kato Spiker
Oh yeah, I remember
Oh
we
yeah,
played this one.
yeah.
Top
That
6
drops insane.
Odyssey. Yeah, and this is more like
It's very clubby, that is.
yeah. Yeah,
That's
cool.
sick, man.
But again, all of them are different.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that when you're listening through? Because is there? I presume there's just behind the scenes things that just stops things and delays things in terms of processes. But like, are you trying to put out different sounds each week, or is it just whatever works?
No, honestly, it's just whatever sounds great. I think, obviously, there might be a rock track that comes through and it sounds great, and I might be like, not sure they'll like this, but no, I think it's generally it's always like we're thinking about, what we think the fans might like to hear. What does the community want, but also, what will creators want to use? Because I think creators don't want just the same sound every time. They
Yeah,
want
of
to be able
course.
to find different styles of music. So
Yeah, it's super interesting. I think just being involved in the world and like just getting to chat to the artists that make these songs and hearing what I think's a funny thing is finding the parallels that artists draw when it comes to like whether they're taking inspiration from somewhere or how they would go about a production of a song or what their starting point is, what their end point is, whatever it might be, and then hearing the final product and how different they are.
yeah,
It's very interesting. It's super cool though, and I guess that's why it's a good thing for any of you that are looking to try and get your music out there. There's a big ballpark to work within in terms of your sound.
Oh yeah,
Just label radar, send it through there.
boom.
Yeah. All right. So I mentioned it when we first started and we kicked it off. And this is where I'm like, I feel like I'm just interviewing you here, but it won't be like that. I've got enough to add. And I always feel like when it comes to this, I am just talking to get to the point. Oh, Charlotte's just Jesus, man. Charlotte behind the camera has just wound her hand as if, come on, Sam, move along. We're having a conversation. Leave it out.
You have a conversation about the fact that you're going to have a conversation.
So let me know in the comments below if you think I'm talking too much on this podcast.
No, I didn't know. That's not the point, but sure.
All right. Yeah, what I was saying is that you've got a few little musical tales about past NCS tracks that I think would be super cool.
Oh, yeah.
To know.
So what I'll start with. So basically, last week I was in Poland. I was with Billy, who founded NCS. We were doing a bit of skiing, which was really, really fun.
Sick.
And we're also like catching up on music. And what we were doing like these, because we were driving a lot, like to different places. We needed to do like a demo session because we do a demo session every week. So we were in the car, like we were plugged into the aux cable, listening to demos while on the road. It was so cool actually, because like listening on like car speakers for some reason just sounds great.
And the environment there, seeing the mountains. And
Yeah,
stuff.
so that was wicked. Listened to a bunch of tracks. There's some great tracks there, and then we were just talking about a bunch of different artists. We ended up speaking about Shipwreck, who are killing it at the moment, like in terms of DJing and all sorts. They've kind of like just changed a bit of like their genre of music. And I've got 2 stories about Shipwreck. One of them was I was speaking to Billy about it last week. Shipwreck Arc, I remember hearing that track. So when I first joined NCS, I knew about NCS and like a lot of the tracks and stuff. But one day I was watching YouTube and there was this track that was on in the background. I was like, oh man, this is amazing. This is a really great track. I've got to show this to Billy. I then go to the description and it was Shipwreck Arc NCS release. And I was literally like, whoa, hang on a minute. Like, I've just found a track that I really love that I didn't even know existed. And it was a great sign that, like, oh, actually,
you are listening to the right things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really funny, but
it's like unintentional A&Ring.
yeah,
It actually is.
But then, so I was in Estonia a couple of years ago with Billy and Cartoon, a bunch of other people, and Colin from Shipwreck was over there, and we ended up having this like impromptu lunch. And he was telling me, because at the time Shipwreck is now 2 people, but at the time it was just him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. And he was going, oh, I do this future bass stuff at the moment, but I'm going to change to this house thing, and I'm going to move to LA, and I'm going to become a duo. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's really cool, man. Like that sounds all right. That sounds kind of cool. Not kind of thinking much of it. And the kid went and did it. Like, he literally went and did it. Like, he said exactly what he was going to do. He said he was going to start, like, hanging around with the biggest DJs, doing this duo. And, like, he followed through and did it, and, like, he's killing it.
That's
now.
manifesting.
Yeah,
for
like,
real.
completely manifested it. So that's epic. I'm super happy.
Because they have, like you said earlier, they have just, like, DJ slots, like, all around LA and America now. It's crazy. Yeah, they're super cool. Because did they do, correct me if I'm wrong, did they do, like, a set at one of the NCS ADE things?
Yeah, a couple years ago. That was really fun. Yeah, it was Shipwreck, Retrovision, Exod, Ellis, whatever.
Oh, nice.
And maybe a couple more.
Mm.
That was a really fun night.
That's we were speaking about this yesterday when we went out for some food, and we were talking about like the LA writing scene in general, and it's like it's so I mean, to me that's such an alien world. I haven't been there. You guys went like on holiday when you were younger, right?
Children.
Yeah. Not I presume you weren't going for writing sessions back when you were like 12 or whatever, but yeah, that is like such an alien world, but something that I think if you're really, really set on not even just making it, just knowing what that world is like, you've got to do it for like a month or so. I want to get out there at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've mentioned it a million times, but I love going to actual like in-person events and then meeting like people in our scene or artists. Like I met Tom Wilson, I think it was at a dance fair, and it was like a demo drop, and Tom came up and he had this demo, and I remember listening to it, and we didn't know each other at this point.
So he has come as a fan to play you,
or
just as an artist.
Yeah, he was just an artist that wanted to, submit some music to labels, and he showed me this song called "Until I Die" with Joe Garrett, and like that was one of those songs that we like signed it on the spot. Like I knew instantly that was a great track. But I absolutely love that sort of stuff, like in-person meetings.
Do you remember the artwork for that? I'm in my brain. I'm seeing Tom Wilson.
I think it was red with a flower.
Oh, so it's not the scrapbook.
No, it was a while back.
That's ages ago. It's crazy. That again, it's just that's like pure. You've got to be there. Yeah. Like if that conversation didn't happen, who knows? I mean, Tom's an incredibly good producer, so I'm more than sure that things will have worked out anyway.
You might have gone somewhere else.
Yeah,
with it, like,
it might not have landed with us. Like it's, I guess that's just. It sounds really corny and cheesy, but hard work pays off, and putting yourself in those environments. And I think we speak about idea a lot on here, and like dance fair, etc. But you get those groups of people that that are not only really nice people to know in the industry, but are genuinely talented and people you would want to connect with. A lot of the artists when I'm interviewing say that about find your circle. Make sure it's not a bunch of yes men that are going to be like, this is great if it's maybe not where it needs to be, but are genuinely people that you want to talk to that also have this incredible creative talent.